Alrighty then, welcome back everybody, welcome back to the Rhino. So, today I actually wanted to continue with this drawing and then see where I'm going to be aiming for this. So, no further ado, let's get started and yeah. I hope this thing will be actually working well. So today I actually wanted to make sure that I have this thing up and running. So we have already the Rhino itself, and now we're going to be aiming to get ourselves the foreground done, so that I can actually get that done. So no further ado, let's get started. So I don't need this, I don't need that, and now we have the thing. So what I now need to do is getting some old-fashioned simple drawings out of the woodwork. So let's just pick that up. Photo of work site. Let's see if that actually works. A photo of a work site, construction site. Wait, not work site, construction site. Construction site. Alright, so now I have that. No, I can use that, but no. Let's see, is there anything that I can actually use here? Because I'm looking for something very simplistic, basically. That looks like a fucking construction site, alright. Yep. But that won't work. That won't work. Any more that I can actually look at? It actually just works well. Not by the looks of it. Many of these construction site photos are absolutely terrible for using, which is sad. But this one, now that actually works, but I actually prefer a more easier version of this. So let's see if I can get anything here that I actually can find. No, not that, not that. That is terrible. I will just take the one that I was looking at first and then just move on with that. Most likely that's gonna be the case here. Anyway, that is background. That is good for background, but I need to look for something that actually works well. God damn it, this is so fucking terrible. Jesus, these basic photos are not great to use. They are depictions of work sites, but not what I want to aim for. So, oh well. Time to use the old-fashioned way then. That means that I need to just grab this picture right here and use that as the main line. Alright, let's paste it, and then of course as web PNG, because well, why not? And you can see that that is indeed a very, very big picture. It's also not a very good picture to pick, but oh well. Let's see. So how big is this picture? This picture is bigger than I assume. Yeah, it is. Time to make it a little bit more smaller. Something like that. And use that as the horizon of part of it all. Something like that. So that is then gonna be put in the background. That will work. Not all of it, but it will work. Alright, so now I have the background part. Now I need to have the foreground part, so I now need to have a jagged. Cracked cement floor construct side. Let's see if I can find anything that is actually like that. No. So close, so fucking close. Almost. That I can work with. This I can't. That is terrible. That is terrible. This is actually one that actually I can work with, but I prefer something actually more like that. Alright, let's go for that then. So let's pick this up and paste it as a web PNG, because this is like a very easy way of doing things, so I need to have that like that way. So if I have the drawing like that, and I put this drawing in the front, I should definitely put the line work in the front, so I need to put this into a group together again. So now we have a jagged ground. That is not ideal, but it will work eventually. So I can already select where I'm aiming here for this. So now I need to just have some construction. Cracked construction. That would work, but no. Time to see if I can find construction. Cement buildings. Let's see. So if I find that, that will work. Close, not quite. That. Yeah. Not really, not what I'm looking for, but I'm looking for something very industrial. So I'm just looking for something very easy to work with. That could not work. That is stupid, but not ideal. I'm basically looking for something very... Oh wait, I can actually just look up this. I'm stupid. Cement bags. And that's exactly what I'm looking for. And that should give me what I need, so paste this. Let's see if I can get that right. So if I want this like that on this side, that means I need to make sure that this is on the background, like here. Make sure that that is like that way. So now we have the cement bags over there. And that should work like that. Then I need something to fill up the gaps over here. So we have the construction site over here. We have the cement bags over there. Then we need to add something here as well. So a cracked wall. Yeah, just a wall. Let's see if I can find a cement wall as an image. A simple cement wall. Come on, give me something very easy here. It's not ideal, but oh well. It is just to get myself a heads up. Like, it makes things a lot easier to create if you already have like a very baseline of what you want to create and then go from there on. That is all not what I want. I want... hold up. Cement unfinished wall. Yes, an unfinished wall. That is exactly what I want. I want just a fucking trash-ass wall. Can I just go... Oh, wait, I need not cement, I need stone. I need stone unfinished wall. There you go. And then I can add that into the thing, so I can add that into the construction site. That will work. That will just work fine. That will work just as fine as always. So let me just grab that again, paste that here, and there you go. Now we have something to work on this side as well. So we have something to work with. So what we're doing here is actually, then I can actually move this upwards. I can move the horizon upwards like so. So we actually have like ways to do things. I have here a gap that I can actually create, and I can actually add like a wall here. So we have like a beginning of a construction. And that means I need to make sure that this is a little bit higher, like so. And then I can add like something over here as well. But that means I need to then add like another wall. That is a wall that is not fitting. Ah, so close, come on. No. Give me something here that actual. Wait, rubble. That's the better one. Building, there you go, rubble building. Now that looks like amazing to get. Alright. Now we have that, and then we can actually add that in there. Give me that. Now we have a rubble building. Like always, doesn't matter what the rubble building is about, it's just to make sure to have something that actually works. Let's put that on front on top of this bit. So this then it needs to be like so. So we have like a rubble building, and then after that it has like a construction part that is trying to be fixed on the sideline like so. So like here. And then that means I need to erase this bit right here. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need this. There you go. Now we have something to work with, and now I can actually get to myself the things that I want. So don't need that. Just need the bits, pieces here that I can actually use. And then I can copy this one to the other side. Paste it. Then move this one and mirror it. So mirror it horizontally. Oh god. Control Z, because that's not correct. I need to mirror the layer. Transform the mirror by mirroring it. Ah, for fuck's sake. No, I don't want all layers, you piece of shit. I want only this. I only want this layer. So layer, transform this layer horizontally. There you go. I need to have this like so. Paste like that. Then this one needs to be up. Up again. There you go. And now we have actually everything that I want with this. So I only want these things to be like that. And then this one needs to be going like so. Making sure that that is a little bit higher. Then adding in the next layer on top of that. There you go. Alright. So now we have the main thing. Time to group it all up. So now we have the main idea of it all. So now we have basically this as the idea. Alright, now it's time for me to get myself busy working with all of this, and then it should be all fine. So what I'm going to be doing now is actually creating the background for it all. And then first we start with the foreground, which is actually the layer part here. So I need to be making sure that I have that correct. Well, it's not fully correct, but Let's see, do I want to go for 5 on this? Yeah, that could work. So now I need to realize like where I want to start with this. I think I will start here with this all. Then grab that one here and move that bit down till here. Yeah, so we have the rubble, we have the cracked floor right here. And then after that, we're gonna be making sure that we have like so. Then downwards like so. And cracked floor here, cracked floor there. And there we go, now we have a cracked floor. Well, the start of it all. Then I need to make sure that I have this bit like so. Alright, and then that is where I will leave that bit. Now we have the first bit, now it's time to get the right things up and running. So we're gonna keep up with the whole damn thing. So we wanna have that cracked floor working, so that means I need to make sure that I have that pattern done perfectly fine. There we go. And then I need to now make sure that I have this bit. That looks not good enough. Nope. That's too detailed. Oh fuck. And don't move that. Erase it instead. So I have this. I need to make sure that I have this on 2 layers. There we go. Does it look like I'm actually... Oh no. Fuck. I need to make this on 6 thickness. I noticed that I'm losing precious stupid ass things. Line thickness is not correct. Now I actually don't have that issue. Yeah. There you go. Now it's time to get that jacket floor there. What the... like that. Nope. There we go. Boah. Getting this goddamn floor done is gonna take a while, but it should work. There we go. Then it's time for me to do the other one. So now we have a small one, so that's how to do it. Making the entire thing work around. Alright, now we have that one done, and then I need to make sure that I have this one not on the ground, so that is gonna be like a one that actually is on the ground. There you go. And there we go, now we have that rubble there. So now we're actually getting towards where I want to be with this. So now we have the rubble on that side, good. And then this bit can actually just be casual up and down effects. Doesn't matter how they look. Alright, I noticed something here. A little bit too much blue. Alright, let's continue. So we now have done that, we have done that part. Now I need to get this bit. Ooh. And then this is like a big one. There we go. Now we have that. Now we need to get this one done. Like so. Bloody hell, this is gonna be taking forever, but it is necessary to get it right. And I will definitely make sure that I take a break after this, because holy fuck. It is quite annoying when that happens. No. Now we have that done. That looks a lot better. Alright. Now we're gonna go here. There we go. Not every stone is always the same. That's always the important part about this all. Because if you make every stone the same, it makes them all not unique. There you go. And then this bit needs to be up like so. Alright. Now let's see. I need to now make sure that I have this bit. And I definitely need to save, because I do not want this thing to be crashing and then losing all this progress of fucking designing the background, or well, foreground technically. This is the foreground, and then after that I then can add actually the next bit in. I think I will add here, I will add the second character, like, you know, that is looking at it as holding the thing that I want it to be holding. So that is gonna be like putting it on the pedestal like that. That means I need to make sure that I have that actually, that this bit needs to be a little bit more higher up, so that it actually looks at it. And then there's like a beam, a wreckage beam right here. Alright. So that is what I'm going to be aiming for. That means that this bit needs to be redesigned. get it done. So this needs to be a little bit more upper, like so. Alright. Now it is time to continue and get these things up and running. And I can add here, I can add sand. So that means I can actually add in like just rubble on the ground. This rock needs to be that way. And now we're gonna be making sure that that is actually what it is looking like. So I'm gonna be now adding in the sand texture towards it, so that actually is transforming into the rubble. So we have sand texture, then we have the rubble, and then we have the fork, then we have the first background, then we have the second background, and then the third one. So first one is objects, second one is background noise, and then the third one is actually the background itself. And so I will be able to then create depth. At least that's what I'm hoping at. Also, this also creates, how do you say that? This also creates a very nice viewpoint, because now we actually have this to that way and that to that way. So technically we have like a viewpoint where we can actually add things in. So technically we have a kind of viewpoint that actually zooms in like in the middle, which is good because that's what you want out of a texture. Like this. Let's see. There you go. That's some crushed as stones. Then we're gonna add now some more bigger slabs to get back into the sand. I see here the problem. That is too stiff for a rock. There we go. Now we have that, we have that, we have that slab right there. And it's too open. So now we have sand there, we have sand there, we have rocks there, shattered rocks as well. No. I prefer sand over that, for sure. All right. Whoa. And then this bit needs to be like that. Alright, let's see. So now we have this bit right there fully drawn in. Do I want to add more rubble? Yeah, I want to add more rubble, but not like that. I need to fill up this bit first then with rubble. There we go. Alright, time to go to the next one. There we go. All right. There we go. And now we need to get this bit as well drawn in a little bit more. Oh, I'm getting sloppy here. Yep. There we go. Now I just need to get the last bits up and running on this. That means I need to fill this bit up. Them to not make too jagged of a move. There we go. All right. Alright. Time to get this bit up and running again. Alright, now we have done that. Alright, let's see, now this one needs to be going like that. Alright, let's save it. Yep, that will work. That is it for now. Yep. Alright. That looks like it is it for now. My hand is getting a little bit too tired from drawing that tiny, but oh well. I hope you'll do it for now, and yeah. Tomorrow... Oh, I spotted one mistake here. Need to fix that immediately, otherwise it's notable directly. There you go. Alright. I hope you'll do it for now, and thanks for watching, and I hope we'll see you next time. Until then, I want to wish you a lovely day, and yeah. This was fun. I made pretty good progress here, and tomorrow I will be probably, you know, finishing up the mid-section of this all, and then I will update the plateau. And then once the plateau is done, I can then actually finally start with drawing the new shader on it. And yeah, I hope you'll enjoy it. Bye, guys!